Hi, Dan Warnicki here with United Way at Work. Thank you all again for tuning in to another video of United Way at Work. Today we're here with Ashley Bride, the Executive Director of the Fairhaven Concerned nonprofit corporation right in Fairhaven, Vermont. How are you doing today, Ashley?
I am doing well.
Awesome.
It's an honor to be here with you, Dan.
It's always wonderful to be with you. A good friend of ours, and you do some wonderful work in this area. So I'm going to get started and just kind of ask you a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Fairhaven Concerned.
So Fairhaven Concern was looking for an executive director back in 2013. And so my supervisor had turned to me at the time and said, don't even think about it. And I did. I went home, discussed it with my family, and decided we were going to give it a shot. For a social worker, if you could wave that magic wand, it would be exactly the kind of job a social worker would want. So I had gone online and really did some research on Fairhaven Concern, and there was a lot of things I didn't know, and I lived in Fairhaven at the time. So that's how we became connected, applied for the position, and here I am.
That's wonderful. And what, you kind of touched on it, but what about the position do you feel is so special? Like what is it that you do every day that just makes you come back every day?
Being a social worker, it's really important. I believe the kind of social worker that I am, that grassroots is where my hands are at work, where the nitty-gritties can be done, where the need walks in the door and it can be met with a clergy community member or a substance abuse counselor that's here in the area, or maybe a nutritionist, or maybe we're referring over to the hospital. So it's a lot of collaboration. We're using everyone and able to refer and do advocacy work. So the reason why I love Fairhaven Concerned is because of the advocacy work. That folks can walk in here in vulnerable moments, take a moment to get the world off their shoulders, take a breather.
Safe place for them.
Very safe place, exactly. And where folks can just come in and let that go for a moment, and then start solution-based and working their way towards what are their goals? What do they want to accomplish in this moment? Is it a vent with a little bit of constructive pieces at the end? Is it resource and referral, and we're getting down to that? Is it we haven't had a meal in a couple days, so we're feeling extremely hungry? We can start to meet those needs and then do follow-up appointments quickly with the folks so we can do referrals out and start to really build that toolbox.
That's wonderful. I guess really you kind of touched on it, but what is Fairhaven Concern's ultimate mission? What is it that you guys are constantly trying and striving for?
So Fairhaven Concern's mission is to identify needs as that could be self-identifying by the participant, the folks that walk through the door, or it could be a partnership of identifying, and then referrals, so resource and referral back out to the community. So if someone walks through the door and food is the insecurity, the Band-Aid is put on in the moment, but the bigger picture we know still exists. So it may be economic services for 3 Squares. It may be connecting with Brock because they do serve our folks out here. It could be any number of collaborations, but it's doing that referral back out to the community. And we primarily work with folks that are looking for shelter, for food, utility assistance. Those are the primary things that we work around our mission.
We have a little clip. Her name is Salita. Salita has come to Fairhaven Concern in the past, and she's going to explain a little bit about what Fairhaven Concern means to her.
It's important to support United Way because people like me can get the help they need. I came to Fairhaven Concern because someone told me that I could receive help here. I needed food, I needed clothes, I needed help with my electric bill. They really helped me, and I appreciate that. It's more than just a food shelf, thrift store, a place you can get help. They're like family, and they're there for you.
Salita actually took the next step, and she found employment very quickly, and she rooted herself in this community, and now she is a part of this community and giving back to this community. United Way is offering a success story for hundreds of people in this community. United Way is giving folks the opportunity to succeed on their own with a little bit of help from some of the resources that are here in this community.
Wow. So Fairhaven Concerned is a pretty special place for Salita. It's pretty amazing.
Salita, her success is hers to own, but it's pretty amazing to be a part of watching that, to have someone walk through the doors and find what they need, in the form of tools, tools in her toolbox.
I love that. How can we, as a community, help support you and Fairhaven Concerned? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Fairhaven Concern relies on donations. We do grant writing while we're here, right, with United Way. But we also rely on donations, not just in the form of cash donations and money donations. It's in the form of also your time. We can't function without bodies here that are helping us do what we do. We're looking for folks that are empathetic, that are compassionate to situations that are without control, that life happens. And so that's what we're looking for, folks that can donate to Fairhaven Concern and continue in the success of helping folks.
That's wonderful, and I love that you said that. It's not always money, but the donation of time sometimes, especially within this format of a nonprofit, is incredibly important, If you don't have those volunteers, you're one person, Ashley, you can't do it by yourself.
We do have a volunteer base where there's 22 or so volunteers a week that are here either picking up food deliveries from the supermarkets or from Vermont Country Store, or folks that are giving their time in the food shelf or with direct service in the thrift shop, organizing clothing and putting it out. And again, that all goes back toward the bigger mission of putting into that operating account so that we can pay the lights and keep things on and open for folks to come in. So it all ends up working together. United Way has given in many different ways for a lot of years, and now we come down to where you or folks are helping us with our food shelf and our utility assistance program. So your money stretches. We're able to give and supply more meats for families where we might have only been able to do one meat choice in the past, so that you can see where that money stretches and it goes a little bit further per each family.
I know I can obviously speak for United Way in stating we are so incredibly happy to have you as one of our community partners and one of our grantees. It's a very easy organization to love, and we're so happy to be able to work with you every year. And thank you for all of your hard work. And if somebody's watching this video, how can they get in touch with you, Ashley?
So Fairhaven Concern's phone number is 802-265-3666. And we are always taking folks over the phone. Our email is fhci@comcast.net. And you can always hit us up on Facebook. We're very active on Facebook, or at least we try to be. And there's a few of us that are answering messages, and I've even had board members answer messages late night looking for fuel. So shoot it to us and we'll get back to you.
That's great. So there's a lot of wonderful, easy ways to connect with you, Ashley, and Fairhaven Concern. That's great. Well, thank you so much again for meeting with us today and helping us to learn a little bit more about what Fairhaven Concern is all about. So thank you again, and thank you all for tuning in to another video of United Way at Work.